We need a gas command center, which is available next door at Duval Laboratories. So let's buy that. And we need a ice command center. Where is it? Ice command center, there it is. Again, next door at Duval. Buy that one. We need a Baron command center. And again, next door at Duval. This is convenient. We can buy them all in one place. And the last one we need is a plasma. Plasma command center. Again at Duval, same price, $81,000 a pop for all four. There they are. And now remains to just go out and grab them. You may remember Jane from a once popular series of books used to teach children how to read. Jane left that conventional life portrayed in those stories to become a capsuleer, but it left her with a chip on her shoulder. Far from conventional now, she has committed herself to following 4 cardinal rules that she calls her guiding stars. Her vision is to build a Stratios and fly it on a pilgrimage to the Eve Gate. These are the continuing adventures of Jane Honesty. Jane's planetary industry plans look like this. But before I say anything about the plan itself, I need to give a shout out to Justin Seeley. Justin built a tool for players who are doing build-it-yourself industry projects like Jane's, where you can enter the blueprints or even a whole ship fit that you want to build, and it calculates all the materials you will need from the raw materials up. It also generates the needed activities like these planetary industry charts we're looking at now. It's a great tool and I can't recommend it enough. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate that. I should also say that this isn't a planetary industry tutorial. If you're going to do planetary industry, you wouldn't normally do it the way Jane is going to do it here. If you're doing planetary industry for ISK or with an eye to building things on a market production scale, this is just not going to work. Jane isn't going to make anything more than she needs for her Stratios build. But today, Jane is going to start her planetary industry with the simplest of the 4 planetary colonies she needs on a gas planet. Alright, here we are next door at Duval, and we're going to load up our command centers. And we're going to start with gas. So the first thing we do before we even leave the station is we'll need to select which planet. So if we go to Upfallant there to open the information and we go to orbital bodies, you'll see that we have one gas planet on Upfallant 3 and we have a second one, Upfallant 5. So we scroll down. Those are our selections. So we have 2 gas planets right here in our home system to choose from. And we should check out which one we should prefer. Now, let's see. If we go to View, right-click, View Planetary Industry, from our plan for planetary industry, we're going to need aqueous liquids and ionic solutions. So here, if we hover over, we'll see that the resource density of aqueous liquids is 43%, ionic solutions is 41. So 43, 41 are what we're interested in. So now if we go and look at Planet 5, again, right-click, View Planetary Industry. This one has 45, 42, so not a big difference, but Planet 5 is slightly more dense in the resources that we're interested in, so we're going to go with Planet 5. Now we only need to be in space long enough to drop the command center, and then everything else we can do from within the station. So the next thing, we know we're on Planet 5. I'll open this again. And we're going to do some scanning. And let's see, aqueous liquids are going to be concentrated. We're looking for the areas that show up in the lighter end of the scale here. Let's get rid of that. And let's see, if we move it down that way, we're not going to get anything at all. But as we come back this way, we're just going to see those bands appear. And so aqueous liquids look like probably this is the solid band that we're going to want to look for. Same now with ionic solutions. We can adjust the bands there, and it looks like the poles is where we're going to be interested in. So when we get out in space, we just have an idea. We can drop it quick and then dock back up. So that being said, off we go to undock. And we'll head back with all our command centers to home base where we can quickly dock. Somebody huffing some gas there, maybe? There, we're gonna just quickly go back to Planet 5. Where to go? Planet 5, come on. There it is. View Planetary Industry. We said we wanted to drop the command center here, so let's build gas command center. Just drop it. Submit. Make sure that it's in place. Now that that's submitted, we can dock. Okay, now that we're safely back in station, it's time to set up our colony. So here we have our command center that we plopped down. We scan for aqueous liquids. They're all there on that band, and our ionic solutions are up here on this band. If we look back and forth, probably this neighborhood here is going to be in between. So we want to establish the colony somewhere right around there. So when we build, we're going to just start with a launch pad, and we'll build everything around the launch pad. So let's see, if we just put the launch pad there. Oh, first of all, we have to upgrade because the launch pad needs more power. We'll select that and we'll upgrade that to just the next level up. We'll only upgrade what we need when we need it. Submit. Now, do we have enough for a launch pad? Yes. Okay, so there's our launch pad. That's going to be our center of operations. Let's work from the coolant backwards, because this is all about producing coolant. To produce coolant, we need one advanced industry facility. So we'll put one advanced industry facility there. And the advanced will take materials from two basic facilities. So basic facility for the aqueous liquids to turn them into water, and a facility to take ionic solutions and turn them into electrolytes. So now we have all the facilities we need. We also need, though, to extract those raw materials, and I'm putting these as close together as I can because the links cost power. So we have 2 extractors. So that's all of our facilities. Now, we want to install programs. And again, we'll go from what we want back. So we're going to install, we want coolant in that one. We need to put links. Duh. Okay, well, let's submit that much. Create some links. And we're basically going to create links. Everything's going to go around the launch pad. So now we've got our links. So we want to link, we want the coolant to go to the launch pad. So there's the coolant. Now we want, when we extract, when we make some water with this one, we'll install the program and then send it there. And with this one, we want to make, where is it? Electrolytes, I just saw them. There they are. Install a program there and send them to the storage facility. Now, let's see. Zoom out a little bit. So, we'll extract some ionic solutions. So let's install, an extractor for ionic solutions. Okay, we need more power, so we need to, before we go any further, do one more upgrade on our command center. Submit that. Okay, now we should have power for installing one extractor head here for ionic solutions, and in all we need 24,000 ionic solutions. So total ionic solutions that we have from this program after an hour, well, first let's put it somewhere up here where we're going to get more out of it, and we want that number to go pretty much as high as we can get it. 137, 138. Yeah, so somewhere out here is going to be just fine. 138.5. So that gives us in 1 hour 6,000. And we said we needed 24,000 in all. So there we go. That gives us an estimated total of 24 in 4 hours. But you know what? Let's do 5 hours. Let's do 6 hours just so we have some extras to play around with, shall we? All right, so there's that one. We want to route those ionic solutions to, again, the storage facility. Create route and submit. So our ionic solutions are in business. For this one, we want to install to create, to extract aqueous liquids. Those are down here. So again, we'll place the extractor head somewhere where we're going to get, it's 135, 136, somewhere out here. What about over on this side? 120 is over here. So yeah, 137. Yeah, that looks good. Close to 138. Again, we need 24,000, so let's set that up to 5 hours. We'll get a little bit more than what we need just to play around with. Start extraction. We want to route our aqueous liquids. Create a route to here to give it those to make the water. And then when we get ionic solutions, we want to route them here to create the electrolytes. And then when we have electrolytes, we want to route those over there to produce the coolants. And when we have the water, we want to route those also there to produce the coolant. And then we have everything routed back to the launching pad, where we can launch it up to the station and collect it. Okay, some time has passed now, and it's time to check our colony again. And in the launch pad now, bingo, 20 coolants. And altogether the volume is only 15 cubic meters. So we should be able to, if we close that, handle that in Spot the Imicus. Plenty of room there. We've refit Spot to a more standard kind of fit. Probe launcher, data and relic analyzers, and we've put a faster micro warp drive in there to get around, and an inertial stabilizer. Let's set our destination for that customs office. Undock here. And planets, going to align to number 5 while we take care of doing a little bit of transfer ahead of time so that when we arrive there we can just load it up. So we'll go here, this, and we want to launch some stuff. Coolant, we'll put it over there. It's going to cost us 14,400 to get it off the surface. We'll transfer it up. Now when we get there, it should be ready for us to just stash in our cargo hold and head back. So let's see, warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
Customs office. Access it when we get there. Still nobody in scan range. Access customs office. Inventory. Gonna drop it in there. And we're done. Back to base.
Warp drive active.
And we can put this in our station container full of Stratio stuff. So, on our list on this side, we can check off 18 coolants. Done. And on the build chart, they're crossed off over here where we're going to be using that coolant to make hydrogen and oxygen fuel blocks. I'm Kasperius. This episode comes on the heels of some significant quality of life improvements in the way the game lets you do planetary industry, colony templates, and auto-restarting previous extraction scripts. I realize that I've not used any of them in today's episode, and I probably won't in any of the upcoming episodes either. But then, as some commentators have pointed out, Jane doesn't do anything that can't be done more easily in normal gameplay. Whatever normal is in EVE Online. Even so, I hope that you enjoyed yelling at me through your screen as I worked my way through Jane's first colony setup today. And yet again, I appreciate that of all the things you might have to do today, you took 20 minutes to play EVE Online with me, and I don't take that for granted. Thank you.